I forgot to do the Twitch thing. So, or not Twitch thing, the Twitter thing. So give me a second. Just realized like a minute in that I wasn't doing anything. Apologies. But you got like the sweet in music going, so. There's like no good gifts for like starting in Gridania, I don't think. Do you know what? We do have this like this little gif of like the Namazu doing like his little dance. So like I think we could do that. Alright, so this is one of my alts that I've barely touched. So I started her as a Lancer, got 231, as you can see. But I stopped playing on her for some reason. I don't remember why. I think something else came out that I wanted to do more on either 14 or some other game. And then I got her a level in Story Skip for Monk to get to Endwalker because I was gonna play with some friends, and then it was like, oh, like data center travel is gonna be like right around the corner, ain't it? And it was already too late, so I'd already used it. But I was thinking, you know what? I have Lancer at level 31. I don't have Dragoon, and it's not going to matter anyway, I don't believe. Like, I won't know. I don't think I would get anything that would, you know, actually help me, so. Oh, hold on. I do need... And I didn't do the thing that I wanted to do, but I also don't have any, people talking in chat, so I'm just gonna do... Not this. That? No. This. I forgot to get the ARR logo and set that up. Which I could probably do that real quick. Da, 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 da. I don't need that plugged in. My ass got buried and was doing some weird stuff there. Get back there. Get back. You need to stay there. Da, 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 da. You know, we can do this real quick while you just listen to the Gridania music. Actually, no, I don't think I saved one. I think I opened it and then didn't actually do it. Apparently ARR is also a different company, so I was just like, oh, I don't want that. Now's not the time to be choosy. The event's starting. I was like, what the heck did I get a ping on my phone from? Okay, so let's do this again. So now I actually have one saved. It's gonna be really big. But, you know, we just work a little magic. Slide it right there. Then I think we can scrunch it just a little bit. Right, that's the wrong button. This button? Alright, so we got that. No, I didn't want to move you. Not like that. You know, let's hide that. Get a better idea of what I'm looking at. Lock it in so I can't select it. I think that's okay. It's doing its job. So, okay. Sorry about that. But now it's a little bit more appropriate. Now I'm going to turn the mouse off because I don't need it anymore. I don't want it to mess stuff up. But we do have one stop that I got to make. And this will save me time later. Well, saves me time, but doesn't really. Where is it? It's here? Calamity Salvager. Yes. Okay. Quest rewards. I think you are... I think it's this one. Do I already have it in my inventory? That, you know, that works out. Oh my god, this is so small. A bit of it. Okay. I've barely touched any fashion either, so what you see is what you got. But I think this is fine. I don't know where this starts, so let's go down here and we'll get it started. Okay, so we are going to the inn down there. Not the inn, but, you know, the place by it. Do I have my macros set up for sprint? I do. That's also really big, and I don't know how to fix that. I was messing around with some stuff, and I'm like, I don't know how to fix that. Because it's also really, the sprint thing's really small. Have you visited the Bannock on your wanderings? It's a training ground from just outside the city where soldiers of the Order of the Twin Adder are drilled in swordplay and other martial matters. I mention this because an acquaintance of mine, a gentleman by the name of Galfred, is an instructor there, and I think you may be of use to him. Go and introduce yourself and find out if there's anything you can do to help. Mind you, do not stray far from the path. The Twelfth Wood is no place for merry strolls through the underbrush. Alright, okay, so we do have mount. But I could have done monk. But that wouldn't have been really fitting, seeing as, you know, Gridania doesn't have any of those. I don't have any of my cool mounts either. Oh my god, he says my full name. Wow. Okay. I got chips next to me that I forgot about chumps. It was like heard something. I was like, what the fuck? Greetings, Mariana Sokatai. Mion sent word to expect you. My name is Galfred. I am responsible for training our twin outer recruits. Thank you for volunteering your assistance. The 12th Moon has much changed since the calamitous arrival of the 7th Umbral Era 5 years ago. The power of the elementals wanes, and the harmony of the forest gives way to chaos. A great abundance of life has been lost as the strong run rampant, stifling the weak and new sprung. Though it may not appear so to the eyes of an outsider, the 12 Split is ailing, its once rich variety a fading memory. For the citizens of Gridania... I just realized not playing Fashion Fantasy 14. What's up, Phoenix? I don't have much fashion. I literally only have the legacy gear. It's my hope that adventures such as you will offer to aid them in their struggle. Listen to the requests and do all that you can. May the elementals bless your endeavors. Alright, so yeah, we need to... So you're eager to lend a hand, that is well, but I cannot in good conscience send you into the forest until I have established your equipment is equal to the task. What did I get a ping for? Is there a male Moogle nearby? There is. I'll go there a second. Hold on. No, this is important. This is important. What was this mail for? What did I buy? Oh, this might be the Python mount that I got. Absolutely cursed mount. Hold on. No. We need to know. I need to know. Suspend. Hold on. Yep, this is the Python mount. Absolutely cursed mount. Mount guide. This thing is absolutely cursed. Let's do this. Alright. Let's go back to New Game Plus. Let's go resume. Now that that's out of the way, I was like, what the heck? So as a fair warning, I will have a lot of those when we start the Limsa character, because one, bought a lot of stuff while I've been playing. Two, I don't have a character that starts in Limsa, so I'll have to make one. You'd be surprised at how many young, promising soldiers get themselves killed by rushing off into the woods without first donning a decent set of armor. Your equipment, however, should provide the required degree of protection. Consider yourself ready for duty. Alright, now what are we supposed to do? By your tireless efforts, you have proven yourself a friend to Gridania. I believe you can be trusted with sensitive intelligence. I would assign you a mission of considerable import, yet the need for secrecy prevents me from disclosing its details until you have pledged your participation. I am authorized to tell you only that it concerns suspicious activity in the 12 Split. Say that you will lend us your aid, and I shall proceed with the briefing. I don't think I have a choice, but alright. Good. Time is of the essence, so listen well. You will by now have heard that a suspicious individual has been seen prowling the 12 Split. And you may also be aware that Ixali activity has risen sharply in the region of late. What you may not know is that this increase coincided almost exactly with the first recorded sighting of the aforementioned individual. Suspecting a connection, we tightened our surveillance in hopes of tracking down our unknown visitor. Alas, our quarry is proving to be exceedingly elusive, almost as if he knows our movements ahead of time. But where whole units have failed, a lone adventurer may yet succeed. Acting independently and covertly, you may be able to close in on our quarry unnoticed. Yeah, this one's rocketing straight into it. Fear and anxiety are beginning to take their toll upon the citizenry. Oh my gosh. For their sake, I ask that you aid us in this investigation. You have my gratitude. With your help, I am hopeful we will shed light upon this mystery. Phoenix, I know you started with the free trial if you're not still on it. I don't remember. What class did you start as again? I knew you played Bard for a while, but I don't know if that's what you started as. Begin your search at Life Men's Stump. It is there that the majority of sightings took place. Archer. Yeah. I'm still thinking of, like, what class that I want to start as in Limsa. Because I think the only two choices are Arcanist and Marauder. And I'm not sure which one I want to do. I may go with a full new experience and start off as Arcanist, because I've only ever leveled that to 4 before I stopped. Alright, so we go through here. This is what I liked about this, is like going like underneath this waterfall. You know what? Hold on. It's like... It's just kind of this, like, a shame that Gridania just doesn't have much going on. Because I think it's one of the prettiest areas. Now the best part is, our gear level is 21 instead of 590. So we actually, you know, will be able to do the duty. It won't be, like, exceedingly stupid easy. It'll still be easy, but it won't be, like... I won't be skipping mechanics. It's definitely not a ritual circle of any sort.
Look! Someone's already here.
Oh my god. I forgot how bad your voice is. Is a Moogle.
Oh dear. Is that a sword in the stump? Bad idea. Really bad idea. It takes a lot less than that to incite the Green Wrath, you know? Why, the first time we came to the Twelves Wood, we almost ended up as a stranger dinner, just for crashing our airship in the wrong place. It was all Papaluna's fault, of course.
I love that she's still going on in the
He'd
background.
sooner swallow his staff than admit that he's... You know her, Kuplo Cobb?
Well, not exactly, but we did once share a carriage. Isn't that right?
This is why I think New Game Plus should start at the beginning, because there's, like, the first cutscene and, like, the first 3 levels do actually have a little bit of stuff. But we can't get that lucky.
How are the readings?
Animated pugilist. Oh no, she's a golem.
Same as the last. There is a disturbance here as well. And newly manifested at that. Kuplo Ka seems convinced of your innocence. But if this isn't your doing, whose is it?
I'd wager one of my belts that it's not me.
Ever since the
I was
calamity,
gonna make a joke,
the
and then I was like,
forest's
wait, I
been
can't spoil
really
it.
sensitive. the slightest disruption to the etheric flow. And this sort of thing happens.
It's like, not this shit again. I'm gonna turn my TV down a little bit.
It seems we have little choice.
I'll have to investigate the settings after the stream is done so I can make sure these are good for next time. But I think I know everything that I want for when we make a new character. So we're gonna have to go after these friends. That's really big, and it doesn't need to be. You know what? We can do this. Make it a little bit faster. Never mind. He's got it. Angry trees. Indeed. Oh my god, I don't have my controller settings set up right. I will have to change that. So right now it's set on others, and I definitely don't want that. That is no bueno. My voice volume is a little low. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. Let's turn the game down. I think I can turn up the gain, but I actually don't know where that starts and stops on this one. I don't know if that would help at all. I don't have an external program to control this shit either, so that's great. Yeah, so I won't mess with it here. Go back a little bit more. So I will say a lot of the story beats are going to be the same. But, ooh, that look okay, the shading there looks really nice. A lot of the main story beats are going to be the same.
Think.
Like, this cutscene is going to be the same regardless, but I don't want to skip it because I want to see it with the character.
Crystal Bearer.
It still makes me kind of like slightly upset
I am hiding.
that you can't, like, the horns on Aura and the face type
A light there once was
aren't
that shone
exclusive,
throughout
so
this
like
realm. Yet it
to
has
have this
since
style of
turned
horns, I
dim.
have to have this face, and I think that's dumb. And I really
And as
hope
it hath faltered,
they update it at some
so
point.
hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all,
Do I still need
beseech
to like
thee,
mess with settings, or is like
deliver us from this fate.
is my volume good?
The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them.
Things are good? Alright. So like the sucky thing is like if I wanted to go back and post and view this, usually things sound pretty good in my headset, like all the time. Like I generally don't have a problem audio wise, but if I ever
Shall the crystals reveal themselves?
like don't have my headset on and I have like
Only believe.
nah,
for the
if I'm
light
using my
liveth
computer
in
speakers,
thy heart.
my computer speakers suck. They're like 5 times quieter. And whatever audio settings they have, they are not the same as my headset. So they're not really that balanced. And it's really weird. Like something that is loud coming out of my computer speakers will not be loud coming out of my headset. Or like loud in comparison to something else.
Go now, my child, and shine thy light.
And
on
the
all
quality is
creation.
good as well, like the video quality. I haven't changed anything, so it should be.
You fainted. A surfeit of ether, no doubt.
I mean, it's what happens when you fight a lot of trees.
And what have we here?
Our culprit, it would seem, an Ixal. And no ordinary Ixal either. A chieftain.
Uh-oh.
That they would venture this deep into enemy territory, the beastmen may indeed be acting under orders.
But yeah, well, that takes forever to get to this point. Like, we were doing stuff for a bit.
This is Papalimo. We found
How
the
are we
culprit.
feeling then?
It was an Ixal
Better?
chieftain.
Good.
Yes, we'll seek Brother Esumian's cooperation in the matter.
Giant crystals?
Oh, loud.
Can't say I've seen
Atlas.
any.
Much the same as
Are you
always.
sure you're feeling better?
Where's my slash shrug?
Understood. Over and out. Kuplokop, please bear word of these developments to Brother Esumian. We shall soon return to give a full report.
Understood. Over and out. Kupo!
Here is where we part ways. Till next time, take care.
Yeah. Honestly, Gridania's
sword might
voice
be a
actors,
clue.
I think, are
You
just
should
way
definitely
different
pull it
than
out
later on.
And take it back to the Bannock.
I think the ones they had for Ul'dah probably weren't too much different.
You don't suppose that adventurer could see Kuplokop, do you?
And this occurs to you now? Yes, it seemed that way. Time will tell.
Well, time will have to, because you won't. You never tell me what's really going on. Unless... You don't know what's going on either.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
It's like, you would like that. Like, I haven't even finished my hunting log for Lancer. Like, you can see the little symbol above the tree ant. While I'm thinking about it, because that is going to bother me. Oh god, everything's so different. Character. I think if we just no. There we go. That's better. Wait, no, I don't want to sprint. If we were playing like way later into the game on this character, like if I was starting this and going through like all of ARR, I would take more time and mess with the settings, but we're not. When a patrol sent word that you've been spotted doing battle with enraged treants. I'm relieved to find you none the worse for the experience. What were you able to discover at Lifeman's Stump? A sword. A sword in the stump in a dead Ixal. I can say with absolute certainty that this blade is of Ixali origin. It is of a kind used exclusively in the Beastman's rituals. The Ixal rarely set foot in the Central Shroud. So tight is our guard over the area, what purpose could have driven them to take such a risk? I fear something is afoot. Power went out. That's what they've been supposed to take 3 hours to restore. It only took 54 minutes. I feel like they always overestimate that stuff. A dubious couple sporting peculiar spectacles. So you've finally been acquainted with Ida and Papalimo. Lay your suspicions to rest. Gridania counts them among her staunchest allies. Both are scholars hailing from a distant land, and have been with us since before the calamity. Their garb may appear outlandish, and their exchange is baffling, but never once have they given us cause to doubt them. Indeed, they often assist the Godsquiver and the Woodwallers in their work, much as I hope you will in the days to come. Although our unknown visitor eludes us, owing to your efforts, we have acquired important intelligence on the Ixali threat. You have my gratitude. Alright, what are we doing next? Eggs over Queasy? Oh boy, that's a name. Injuries to several of my men have left me short-handed, and I require a capable sort to deliver some food to a nearby place. Oh, never mind. We're actually killing stuff. Eat egg emote. Don't have that on this character, so sadly not an option. I would have to spend money later when it comes out. This is like the one thing I kind of wish they didn't do, is like enemy linking, for lack of a better term. Like essentially I attack one enemy and this other enemy that I didn't do anything to is like, oh fuck, I'm pissed now. Okay, it's checking for signs of sickness. One of the few creatures capable of transmitting the disease known as the Creeping Death. until relatively recently, any hero who contracted this ghastly illness would almost invariably perish. Indeed, a single outbreak once claimed the lives of a third of the Huron population here in Gridania. That was a long time ago, of course. With the medicines available to us now, the creeping death is not the killer it once was. Even so, it is best to halt any new outbreaks before they occur. Thus we gather Chocobo eggs on a regular basis. Sent a recruit from the Bannock on a surveying expedition, only for the Craven to turn tail and flee at the first sign of trouble. And if such a poor show weren't bad enough, the lily-livered half-wit left behind the surveying equipment provided by Hera Pauline herself. Alright. I remember most of these quests, so it shouldn't take us too long. I remember this being a pain in the butt because of those Yarzons right there. Man, he certainly, you know, dropped stuff as he ran. No, nope. Do not want to do that. Oh, that's right. Hold on. I need to change that because that actually will come up later. Target. Filters. What up those? Drawn. We want enemies. That should make it so when my weapon is out during the duties, all I will ever target are the enemies, because I don't think I need to do anything else during this beginning segment. And on the character that I would be needing that stuff on, I have all those filters set up already. Do I remember what they are? Absolutely not, because I do not use them that often. I have your stuff. It appears the recruit managed to complete the surveying assignment. So now we're doing the random tasks. Thinning the number of anoles on naked rock. Right. You'll have to let the others know about that, though. I don't remember how that setup goes. Rumors have continued to grow since the advent of the 7th Umbral era, forcing packs of the Scalekin to come down from the mountains in search of food. So kill the anoles and wring some of their eggs. It's this way. It's pointing me to that fate as well. Alright, I remember this giving me some problem. I think it was for one of the Lancer quests. Back we go. God, being able to fly makes this so much quicker. I'm going to miss this next week. Oh, by the way, the Okami VODs will not be kept up on, because I've missed a couple of them. So they will only be on Twitch, sadly. Delivered to some person at the Bannock. Hey, we're actually going to deliver food this time. So, here we go. Where are you? Oh, it's you. Okay. Have an egg. We have a potential crisis on our hands. Oh no. Spirit hold broken. Now we're getting somewhere. Listen well, for we haven't much time. To the southeast of here lies a dungeon known as Spirit Hold. It was all but destroyed during the calamity. Desiring to offer the ruins back to the forest, a hero ventured inside to carry out the rite of returning. Alas, it would seem something has gone awry. Word just arrived just moments ago that the hero and his guards have been attacked by a towering shadow. Aye, you heard me true. A shadow. On any other day, I would dispatch my best quivermen to provide support, but I sent them to repel an exhausting incursion in the West Shroud and area Belago. I can't talk. The timing of these events cannot be mere coincidence. I fear the Ixal somehow caught wind of our plans and are attempting to disrupt the rite in an effort to weaken the bond between man and elemental. Alright. Well, let's go. You'd best make haste. Good thing I can fly. Too bad it doesn't matter. Did I hear that Battlefield 2042 has been dropped from EA's active games list? I didn't hear about that, but I did hear that they dropped their 128 player mode and made it 64. Because of the number of players. I'm surprised they can even support that. A towering shadow manifested without warning and attacked the hero in the midst of the rite. Most of his party have been successfully evacuated, but 5 remain unaccounted for. Okay, well... Must save the hero. You're over here. Away, vile fiend! Oh, an adventure. I feel like they could have made that animation running instead of walking. Probably would have been a bit better. Yeah, I don't want to join your fate. If you're too late, the ritual has failed. At least it's not that one game from Platinum and Square Enix that's in low double digits. You mean Babylon's Fall, the game that crashed and burned on launch? I saw, like... How big is the radius of this fate? Oh, it's in here. Okay. O mournful voice of creation, grant ye this humble stone a soul, that it may wake to life. This is where I need voice mods, so I can, like, do weird shit with those voices. Yeah, but I think the golem is a constant, in the stories. Easy. That the golem can be vanquished. That woman is no ordinary adventurer. How like she turned. It's like the Naruto, like substitution jutsu sound. Like I'm transferring back into the object. Damnation, he has eluded us yet again. Oh, fancy meeting you here. How are things? Oh. Automod, what is wrong with you? Because this isn't apparent on the VOD, but Automod tried to get the word Babylon. That's a proper ass noun. Like, what was it? What was it for sex-based terms? Come on, Automod. Babylon Squad dropped to one concurrent player for a while, one player, and they're still planning to release season 2 and are making a third. I think they have to. And I think that game is probably going to be discontinued after next year. What birds? This makes how many times today? 7? The movements are beyond our fathoming. Maybe they're trying to summon their primal? I hope not, for all our sakes. Yet we must be prepared for the worst. Withered, the same fate has befallen Emerald Moss. Yeah, this is before the calamity. It is as we feared. Dalamud's anomaly is affecting life in the 12-split. You mean the disturbance in the etheric flow? The very same. The Guardians have a lot to answer for. The imbalance they have created is plunging the land into chaos, just as Louis Soir forewarned. It's no wonder the primals have started appearing. Time is against us, but there is still hope for the land. We must hold fast to that hope and fight to the very last. Agreed. Stupid things. Those stupid things happen to be the very latest in Charlian innovation. Show some respect. But they're so uncomfortable and ugly. If you ask me, they're an improvement over that mask of yours. Hard to believe it's already been 5 whole years, isn't it? Already? 5 years is but a heartbeat in the life of the planet. I suppose you're right. Now that I think about it, the 12s would barely recovered at all, and the Gridanians still have the same old problems. Aye, along with some new ones, just in case the Ixal and Garuda weren't troublesome enough, the Sylphs had to go and invite Ramu, didn't they? Do you ever think about those adventurers who fought alongside us? I do. Then 5 years seems like ages. I wonder what became of them. Ida, look. This is what exactly? Yet another disturbance in the ether, and a freshly manifested at that. Seems to be emanating from Life Man Stump. We must hurry. Oh hey, that was before they met us. Are you alright? Your eyes glazed over for a while there. The good news is that the hero is unharmed. Somewhat dazed, yes, but whole of mind and body. The bad news concerns everything else. Lest you forget, the Twelveswood is the domain of the elementals. It is by their leave that man abides in the forest and avails himself of its bounty. The ground which the dungeon occupies is no different. Having no more use for the dungeon, the Gridanians sent a hero to offer the place back to the elementals by the way of the right of returning, which is essentially an expression of gratitude. Alas, he failed to complete the ritual for obvious reasons. While the poor soul cannot be blamed for this, the fact remains that unless the elementals are given their due, they may well consider it a slight. And the very last thing the Gridanians could afford to do in these uncertain times is risk alienating the Twelveswood Eternal Guardians. But you have done more than your part. We shall see the hero to safety and send for his peers to finish the rite. In the meantime, please make your way outside and report to Aliston? Where are my manners? I am Papalimo, and the tactless woman beside me here is... Ida. Papalimo and I are surveying the Twelveswood together. Ida doesn't know how to wear pants. At least not proper ones. There's something familiar about it. Could it be that you are... Never mind. Doubtless my eyes are playing tricks. Till we meet again. I wanted to say something, and I'm glad I didn't, because I forgot that line keeps popping up. It'll be explained later, and it's still one of these weird inconsistencies. But, like, not really, but it is. It's weird. Can I fly through this? I can. Awesome. I just wanted to see if I could. I shan't find an answers on my own and must needs discuss this with Galfred. Why is there another fate? I'm flying because I don't have access to a massive gil pile like I normally do. Passing it. We are. Beyond help. There's lots of weird shit going on. Little bird tells me that the hero and his party owe you their lives. A tale for the tavern if ever there were one. It is only a shame that I must ask you not to tell it. For the time being, at least. Do I make myself clear? Until heroes have made their will on the matter known, it would be best to avoid unsettling people with stories of walking statues. Now then, you must have suitable recompense for your valiant service. Alright, so this is where we get access to the inn. And guild levs. Have you perchance heard about the coming festival? It is truly a splendid occasion, looked forward to by young and old alike, and one I heartily recommend that you take the time to enjoy. Don't be too disappointed if the recent troubles cast a shadow over proceedings, however. I fear nothing short of the mysterious interloper's apprehension can prevent that. But we were talking about you, Mariana. You have made Mother proud, and I expect great things of you, young lady. So I think this is where we start, like... We're starting to veer away from... Here is Gridanian specific storyline, and starting to veer towards the grand rejoining. I think. Might have to be a couple levels. How's my favorite fresh-faced adventurer? Oh, do not scowl, sir. I speak out of habit. You've come a long way since you first walked through my door, and I'll not deny it. As a matter of fact, I think it's about time you made yourself useful at Bent Branch Meadows in the Central Shroud. Unlike the recruits you see at the Bannock, the men and women out at Bent Branch are fully occupied with their own work. As such, I imagine there are more than a few who would welcome the assistance of a rapidly maturing adventurer like yourself. Okay, yeah. Chocobo. Yeah, thankfully for me, though, talking about UI again, I keep the UI relatively default in most games. There are not many things that I have moved around. And when it comes to making new characters, that saves my ass. It's just some controller and targeting settings that I have changed that are super important. You've already gone to the Aetherite. There you are. You must be the venturer Mion sent word about. I'm Keitha, head wrangler around these parts. Or is it Keitha? It might be Keitha. Let's go Keitha. I've heard many and more things about you. Good things, lest you worry. When the Eldseer bade us welcome venturers, 'tis fair to say we had our doubts. Till hard work folk like yourself set about proving us wrong, and that is, consider me a convert. What's your task? You shall not trespass. Some bastard Kikion has gone and broken one of me Chocobo eggs. Filthy little thief was busy looting the barn when a guard startled it, prompting the damn thing to drop the egg it was clutching and run. So lads gave chase, bless him, but when 3 or more of the vermin appeared, me lot had no choice but to turn back. We're gonna talk to a soldier. Okay, hold on. Makes me faster to fly. Yeah. Must add trespass and chocobo murder to the list of transgressions. Alright, well, we can get rid of 4 of those dudes. Where are they? Can I snipe them with this? Dang it! It's a little too much HP. Maybe I should have added a Lance charge before that. I don't know if that would have done it, though. Fancy a quick skip along the route to the Heavens Pillar here? I need someone to pick off a blue trumpet or 2. thought I was gonna fall. I should. I'm standing in midair. Thank you, hitboxes. You have served me well. Wait, hold on. We need to do more. Oh, there's one like right here. There's one there. Okay. I was like, where's the other one? I didn't see it. Oh god, there I go. Ow. I feel like the music just stops. That's weird. So this teeny tiny problem with heights. No, this is not my ideal posting, but we all do what we must. Keeping the route passable is an important job. You see, it's one of the few ways folks can traverse the central shroud since the calamity all but split the area in twain. It is not perhaps the easiest pathway to walk, but there are those who believe the will of the matron herself caused this tendril of a heavens pillar to remain thus suspended, that it might serve the forest's people. I'm rather fond of the notion myself. The grim darkness of the forest. No, wait, no. Probably still have some, like, major task before we keep going. Range has become available. Okay. I believe I caught a glimpse of some shadowy fellow not too long ago. Would you mind passing word to Rosalind down below? I would go myself, but, well, it's hard enough marshalling the courage to walk the route for my shift. No worries, I get it. As someone with a fear of heights, I get it. Dismissed it as a trick of the light before, but I thought I saw a shadow in the forest to the north. I suspect it is nothing more than a Kakiran thief on the run. Alright, well. Not afraid of the fall, it's the sudden stop at the end. I mean, all you gotta do is double jump before, or jump again before you hit the ground. Worn leather bag. Tell that to Elden Ring. Elden Ring fall damage is a mess. It's also Elden Ring. I do not share most of the gaming community's views on Dark Souls games. Or Soulsborne games, rather. I found a bag. It's not a bag of holding, sadly. Remnants of a campfire and a forgotten bag? This could belong to any adventurer or traveler. Inside we have a Chocobo grooming brush and rosling oil? Why would a traveler make camp here when it would be far safer to beg the hospitality of Bent Branch Meadows? I think this belongs to that stranger said to be meddling with the Chocobos. We've been lax in our duties, but no longer. I swear we will find this shadow. Alright, well. Once each sentry has committed the details to memory, have them write their name at the bottom of a confirmation. Start with Elmar at the Bannock, then find Bernard at the eastern gates of Bent Branch Meadows. They ought to relay the information to the others. Plan to make sure Elgar sees the letter. He stands watch within the stables. Alright, To be fair, though, I don't share the gaming community's opinions on a lot of things, though. I've got a few spicy takes up my sleeve. Some of which my regulars know about, some of which you don't. Shadowy figure. Understood. I'll pass the word to the recruits as well as the sentries. Inspect my mark. There, that should do. Oh, hold on. I'm misjudging everything. I do not go to Gridania much. For the stranger to venture so close, yet go to such great lengths to remain undetected, it is highly suspicious. Right. Also, this music, like, reminds me of FF12 so much. I don't know what area off the top of my head, because it's been so long, but I want to play that game on stream. But I got a few things to do first, like this. A shadowy stranger near the matron's leaf. You've already shown this to Bernard and Ilmar, I see. Good, good. All such is to inform the staff here. Not everyone here is a Woodwaller true, but even our stable boys wouldn't hesitate to take up arms to defend these chocobos. Well, they've got a good head on their shoulders, then. We've got a few levels before that the big stuff starts ramping up. Alright, what do we got? Excitable Lalafell that was sweating and swearing that he'd be attacked by large winged beasts. Other than hornets, I know of no flying creatures in this region. If there's any truth to what he said, it might prove problematic for other travelers. Follow the road south and see if you can find any evidence to support his claim. Well, let's see what we can see. A vulture egg. Dang. I was hoping it would. Sadly, I'm not high enough level to snipe things with the ranged attack yet. Not even a critical one. A northern vulture. Too, and they were defending a nest. Perhaps we can omit the last detail from any official reports. Would rather not give Aelfgar any further cause to be cross. For saying the beast, you may rest assured that I will not permit this to happen again. What am I getting pung for? Hearer is often late. Speak with Hearer. After tending to the hedge tree, the Hearer was scheduled to board a boat from the Mirror Planks. Well, the vessel's departure time has come and gone, but there's still no sign of her. Knowing how absorbed the hero becomes in her work, I am not unduly concerned. Armel, however, was responsible for organizing Leonie's transportation and is likely wondering if her wayward passenger is ever going to arrive. Alright, well, I guess we can do that. Oh yeah, it's been so long since I logged into this character that logging on today onto her, I got the prompt, like, do you want the returner status? I'm like, no, I don't. I don't want any part of the Novice Network. My task with the hedge tree is well and finished, but the elementals murmur of a malevolent presence in the vicinity of the Tamdhara Deepcroft. I must abide a while longer, then I might better divine the source of the elemental's distress. Please inform our mail that I shall be late in arriving. And Tamtara Deepcroft. Well, methinks we might have to take care of that. But look at all that rested XP. Yeah, but it caps out at a certain amount, so... And being a returner doesn't exactly do anything to help me. Not to mention, I thought returner was account-based and not character-based. That's really weird. Salvaging the scene. The wagon that departed from Quarry Mill was overturned on the road when some large, ill-tempered forest beast chose that moment to defend its territory. By Nafika's grace, the driver escaped without serious injury, but the wagon's cargo was not so fortunate. With none willing to risk another encounter with the creature, it can only assume the goods remain strewn across the ground where the incident occurred. Let's go take care of it. Could honestly probably stun the beast long enough to, you know, take care of it, but I think you still have to kill it. God, this is so far away. At least comparatively to everything else. I found some cargo. The shipment I was waiting on. Alright, well. Where's the... There you are. I stepped out of the stables for a moment, and when I returned, it was gone. Was gone an egg? Sorry. You're sure the chocobo was away another? God, you don't understand. The egg is extremely valuable. I must find it. Alright, well. Well, let's go find the missing chocobo egg. Yes, it did. A man was running off towards the Tamtara Deepcroft. Say an egg was took, then I'd say then that there was your culprit. Why would anyone impinge a chocobo egg? Without the proper learning, it's damn near impossible to get one to hatch. Intradasting. Didn't know chocobo eggs were that hard to hatch. Now that you mention it, the chocobos were making quite a racket earlier, so much so, in fact, that I ran over to check on them, almost flattening a passing peddler in my haste. I didn't find anything out of the ordinary, though. Describe the peddler. Oh, he was an Ellison fellow. Didn't recognize his face. Seemed awfully twitchy. Oh, gods, you don't think he... Why in the hells didn't I accost him? That's fine. Dealing with the chocobos, man. All the way over here? Well. There could be no mistake then. The egg was indeed stolen. This is no simple robbery. That the culprit should only take only Leia's egg and disregard all the rest tells me we are dealing with someone well versed in chocobo breeding. I'm sorry to say that the individual in question is like to be a citizen of my native Ishgard. That you see is the bloodline of Oranos, one of the greatest birds ever to grace an Isgardian stable. Many a man of my homeland would give his right arm to possess one of Leia's eggs. Gods, I should have foreseen this. We must give chase at once. Alright, well, we go to the Tamtara Deepcraft, I guess. It's down this way. Where the heck? Oh, is it above it? Is there an area above this? There might be? There's an area behind it. Oh no, it's Kuplo Kop's brother, Kuplu Capo. It's like a palette swap. I've caught you at last, you spiteful imp. Now hand over the egg. You can't have it, Kupo. This egg belongs to Luculot. Well, oh no, he's up to something extra nasty. He's lying on the ground. It's a fake out. How did I come to be out here? Well, this egg here is Leia's. Leia is a very special chocobo, in case you didn't know. And he was having a nap in the stables when that nasty fellow crept in and tried to steal it. So I snatched it up as quickly as I could and made a run for it. I was planning to take it back to Benchbrandt's Manor myself, but it might be safer if you did it. I'm sure Luculot would be very happy to see you. I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for that blasted Moogle. And that dumb adventurer. I do in fact have the egg. So I was correct in my assumption that an Ishgardian was involved, albeit one who did not, in fact, make off with the egg. Well, I could hardly have anticipated the intervention of a Moogle. It couldn't be the same one, could it? Might you have encountered our unlikely savior before, Keitha? I did it again. It's Keitha, not Keitha. One of them saved my hide back when the calamity struck. I was in a part of the woods that we now call the Standing Courses that day. It seemed like the whole bleeding forest was ablaze, and I couldn't see a Yalm in front of me for all the smoke. All of a sudden, a Moogle appears out of nowhere, tugs at me smolder in sleeve, and leads me straight to a bit of wood where the fire hadn't taken hold. Now you know why the business is named Moogle's Gift Mounts. Seems like the least I could do. Be dead if it weren't for that plucky little bugger. Incredible. It may well be that the Moogle has stood vigil over us ever since that day. Moogles are fun. What'd you see, buddy? I have noticed that Ixali dirigibles have been appearing over the Twelveswood with increasing regularity. The frequency, however, does not bother me near so much as where they choose to fly. The patch of sky directly above the Guardian Tree. The tree is a sacred site, or so I was given to believe when first I came to Gridania, and thus I naturally assumed that the elementals would not suffer the Ixal to profane it. Yet the birdmen have been coming and going as they please, with nary a sign of protest from the Guardians of the Twelveswood. Alright, well. Now we go talk to Mama again. Going the wrong way for it. It's so weird not seeing that many people here. I have the slightest inkling what this could be about. Gods be good. Okay. So yeah, now we're entering the end. Considering the Grand Tree is involved. Time is of the essence, so I shall speak plain. There they are in the background. I love that they're just kind of walking away. Good old friends. Based on Luculot's observations, the Ixal have designs on the Guardian Tree, and they mean to act soon. That tree is the oldest living thing in this ancient forest. It is held sacred by every forest-born Gridanian. Should it come to any harm, the elementals would fly into a rage beyond pacifying. I dread to think of the chaos that would ensue. There isn't much time. We must act quickly. May Your Honor please see this letter to the hands of Bow Lord Lewin at the seat of the first bow in Quiver's Hold. Should the need arise, pray put yourself wholly at the man's disposal. I strongly suspect he will need all the able-bodied souls he can muster. I'm dropping a lot of frames out of nowhere, and I don't understand it. My computer's fine, so it's not my computer. Must be my net connection somewhere along the way. Right. Yeah. Might be worth it to just Ethernet over there. Alright, let's go. Let's enter. Let's talk to Lord Lewin. Lewin for short. Have this letter. God, you are so pale. Matron, to offend, they mean to defile the guardian tree? Before Narthaka, I swear those filthy birdmen will not touch it. Nay, not so much as a single leaf. It could be that neither the wood dwellers nor the gods quiver caught wind of this. Cannot help but think this plot bears the mark of the masked devil who has eluded us for so long. You must be worried. This incursion may be more than it seems. Ah, would that the warriors of light were still with us. But this is no time for such idle thoughts. It's the Ixal, sir. The Ixal have mastered the Guardian Tree. Already? Bloody hells. Beyond believes you capable, and I can think of no better judge than she. Lend us your strength this day. Aid in the defense of the Guardian Tree. This guy looked purple, like, when she moved her head. That was weird. Let's teleport here. No, I'm not using an Aetheryte ticket on 148 gold. Gil. Why are my frames dropping? I don't get it. What's that gear? Hold on. Is that the Garo gear? No, it's not. It's job gear for something. I just don't remember what. I didn't look at what class he was. Freaking death gazes up here. Oh lord. Oh, it's a popular place over here today. Here we go. Into the duty we go. Ow. Pop something. To us, this forest, Tenoka, belongs. Raucous roaring. From this tree, a great crystal we take. Unto Garuda, an offering we shall make. So they seek to banish us. For squad left flank, second and third right flank. As for the main host with me, it is high time we reminded our exiled guests why we quivermen are to be feared. I have a giant stick. Does that help? It's got a sharp, pointy bit on the end. Also, this song is apparently copyright claimed, and I'm thinking I'm probably just gonna dispute it. And, like, be like, no, fair use, my dude. Yeah, I think the Ul'dan storyline felt a bit more cohesive than this one. That was just me, though. There we go. Easy enough. The Pillow Earth bids you hold this position. Enemies may yet lurk near, so stay on your guard. We go to bolster the left flank where the battle yet rages. Yeah, this is the same, kind of the same fight again, I think. Yeah, it's even the same creature. Your very being impels the plan. You cannot be suffered to live. Too bad for you, I've got a stick. As long as I have this stick, none shall defeat me. It's Ida and Papalimo. Oh. One GCD too early. He's doing like no damage to me. We got him. Easy. That the wisdom of the paragons should be brought low. Hey, I recognize that phrase from the Exil. Paragons? That's what I heard. The bringers of chaos, or Asians to give them the proper name. It would seem our suspicions were correct. It is they who have been manipulating the beast tribes. Had I known this creature was near, I would have sent men, not called them away. There was no mistake, sir. He is the one who stirred the Ixal from their nest. Our intelligence was reliable. So this is the man who has eluded us for so long. Right, we finally got him. We sensed an ominous presence and came here as swiftly as our legs would carry us. Well, it's good to know what we're up against anyway. My thanks as ever, friends. Quivermen, move out! To say you played an instrumental role in the success of this mission would scarcely do justice to your efforts this day, adventurer. Upon your return to Gridania, pray visit me at Quiver's Hold. I will see to it that you receive the thanks you are due. You're probably wondering why we always seem to appear when there's trouble, right? Well, trust me when I tell you that it's almost never our fault. Despite what it looks like, Papa Nemo and I are actually helping the Gridanians. We've been doing so for a good few years, too. Oh, did I mention that we're not from around here? I mean, I could kind of guess. I guess we are Charlians. However, did you know? So I wasn't mistaken. Mistaken? About what? Nothing. Nothing at all. Alright, we'll go ahead and skip past all this. There's the Dork Crystal. There it goes. Right. Wait, hold on. Okay, default option is no for the teleport ticket. Ugh. I'm not used to having them anymore. I haven't had an Aetherite ticket in, I want to say since pre-Endwalker. So I didn't think they would increase the cap of teleportation fees. Oh, I'm in a cutscene, but not really. That's weird. Not only did you put the invading Ixal to rout, you confronted the masked mage and his fell minion and emerged the victor. I have good men and women under me, but none of whom give me cause for complaint. But you, Mariana, are a class apart. Your strength, your determination, your heart, you have all the makings of a great adventurer. Mion is seldom mistaken in her appraisals, and she is plainly not mistaken now. Here we go, a cutscene. Please tell me it has voices.
Elder Seedseer, my lady. I am come to express my gratitude for your valiant efforts before the Guardian Tree.
Hello, upside-down cow necklace lady.
I am informed that an adventurer of singular talent now walks amongst us. You are she, are you not? My name is Kane Senna, and it is my solemn charge to watch over all who call Gridania home. Well met and welcome to our fair nation. It was
like a
your
clown.
valor that won us
Clown?
today, I believe.
Where'd that come from? Cow unicorn.
On behalf of all Gridanians, I offer you my
Thanks, Dragon. I will
humblest
never be able
thanks.
to unsee this now. You're welcome. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it is an upside-down cow.
This gift I present to you as a small token of my gratitude. I hope that you will ever remain a friend to Gridania.
Upside-down counicorn.
Greenless is coming. It is an age-old ceremony to renew the bond between man and elemental. Over the centuries, it has blossomed into a joyous festival encompassing Gridanians from every walk of life. I should be most gratified if you would participate in the ceremony as emissary.
Oh, that's a...
Oh, such a great honor.
I look forward to seeing you
God,
on that
the
most
voice you got for
joyous of
Lilith
days.
was not great.
Till then, fare you well. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
She chose you to play the role of emissary, for God's sakes. You're an outsider. Do you have any idea what this means? But of course you don't. You are not forest-born. Which is rather the point. Mistake me not, I think you worthy, but your selection is all but unprecedented. And I'll wager you have not the faintest inkling what is required of you. Well, we should go. Figure out what this ceremony is. Also, I've been watching, like, way too much YouTube playthroughs. Because, like, the first thing I heard in my head was just like, we should go figure out what this ceremony is. And just in my head, next time! And I'm like, oh my god. It's not a YouTube playthrough, it's a Twitch stream. Popsicle, I like that name. It's a good name. You truly are full of surprises, Mariana. Next you'll be telling me you're one of the Warriors of Light back from a half-decade-long holiday. But let's speak of preparations. As you doubtless already know, Green Bliss is an age-old ceremony for strengthening the bond between man and elemental. These days, though, the name also refers to the festival at large. In the ceremony, the emissary serves as a conduit, a bridge between the people and the guardian of the Twelveswood. Suffice it to say, it is no small responsibility, nor does this elder seedseer choose mankind's representative on a whim. Seldom in history have non-forestborn been chosen for the role, which should give you an idea of the magnitude of the honor being accorded to you. For your part, you are required to wear a ceremonial artifact, which is presently in the keeping of Timbermaster Beaton. It's my favorite guildmaster, just for his looks alone. Let's go pay him a visit. You guys like FF15, right? At least the characters. It's like I look at this guy and I'm like, man, this is just Ellazin Ignis. Like, look at this guy. Just slap a pot there instead of a saw. So you are the emissary to be. Mion sent word that you would be coming to collect the ceremonial artifact. The good news is that it's ready, painstakingly crafted by these very hands and from the rarest of materials. I like this line. Take it along with this warning. Get so much as a scratch on the thing, and I shall make an unceremonial artifact out of you. Scowy. So this is where we get the mask. Thankfully, we've already got it, so I don't have to get the Calamity Salvager again. This is by far the finest Manoa mask I've ever laid eyes upon. The Tibble Master has truly outdone himself this time. In case you didn't mention, the mask is crafted from consecrated lumber, rendered up by the Guardian Tree, solely for use in the ceremony. In other words, it is priceless. Mother bids you to handle it with care. Alright, well. Renewing the Covenant. All you are required to do is wear the mask, stand up straight, and look dignified. The more involved aspects of the proceedings will be handled by others. Alright, so now we wear the mask. Here we go. Only drops us by 2 eye level. And with the cutscene, we'll turn the headgear back on. Oh, well, I went to the Botanist Guild. One stop too early. Alright, here we go. Cutscene time.
Look! The Elder Cecia.
12 bless her heart.
Someone tried to send me a DM. It's him! Our Moogle friend is watching over us.
May she find favor with the elementals.
This would be a really sucky time to have a vision. Eh?
This radiance. Could it be a crystal of light? Tell me true. Has the Mother Crystal revealed herself to you? Did you bask in her light?
Hello, I see you're not part of a free company yet. Would you like to join? Name. We have X, Y, and Z benefits. That's probably what it is. That's why I'm not worried about it.
Have you, perchance, experienced sensations akin to ether sickness of late? that Hydaelyn would speak directly to this woman. There once were dauntless adventurers who fought in the name
I love
of
we're
Eorzea.
doing this, like, on the stage in front of a crowd of people. Meanwhile, Ralphon's just talking to us to the side, just like, hey, have you heard of all these things?
When the primals threatened to bleed the land dry, these brave men and
I'm like,
women
what's Limsa gonna
rose to
do?
face them. When the
Meet someone in
Guardian
alleyway. It's
Empire
like,
resumed
the
its
crystal
war
says,
of
have you heard
conquest,
of
they
our
rushed to the
Lord and
realm's
Savior
defense.
Hydaelyn?
And when it was foretold that Dalamud would fall, they fought with all their strength to deliver us from certain doom.
Because Ralphon's just a bro. He is a bro.
Yet as strong and as brave as they were, they, like so many, disappeared amidst the flames at Cartano. None have forgotten.
Okay,
the
so
heroes
they're not
who
still
did all for
watching.
the
That would have
sake
been
of a
awkward.
realm not their own. Yet when we try to recall their names, we find the pages of our memories are blank, as if bleached.
Alright, it
by
might
the
just be
sun.
getting used to it, but like, maybe it's just Ida and Papa Lemo's voice that's just kind of like, wow, ARR voice acting.
And when we try to recall their faces, we see them only in silhouette, as if they stood betwixt us and a blinding glare. Hence have these heroes come to be known as the Warriors of Light. Beholding you, illuminated by the glow of the crystal, I could not help but be reminded of them. The crystal has chosen you for a purpose. Trust to its guiding light, and all shall be revealed to you in good time.
Alright, so would you say this is by level 20 or level 40?
Though
How
none
long do you
can
think
say
this is going
for
to take?
certain
Well, I'm
what
on
the
a
future will
schedule here.
bring. It is my belief that you may yet play a telling role in the tale of this great realm.
Imagine just being like a person just like, I just want to make some gil, and then just like, it's like, you're going to be a hero role in this, in Eorzea, and just like, ah, fuck. What if I didn't want
For the
to?
power of the echo resides within you.
Oh, there we go. Oh god, it looks so creepy with the mask on. This might be the exact same scene. I think it is, but I want to wait to the dialogue to be sure. Made me think of Majora Mask transformation scenes. Yeah.
Flames to the fore! Victory belongs to the bold!
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas.
Okay, yeah, this is just the same cutscene. I'm hoping I don't skip what comes after it, but here we go. Oh, we did. Whatever. Hey Phoenix, you were right. It was a free company invite. That's why I wasn't worried about it. Given the fact I play on this all once every like 8 months. No. I don't have my keyboard plugged in, so not gonna bother. That's way too much work to try and type out. I'm so shocked. Sarcasm. We want to go to here. So it's my understanding that there's a little bit of differences in dialogue when it comes to, like, the different emissary quests. So I'll look at those and see what they are. If not, I'll just skip them. Save a little bit of time. I've looked forward to your coming, Mariana, but tell me, are you recovered? I am most glad of that. Now I hope you will not doubt the earnestness of my concern, but I would ask a favor of you. Nor can I deny that I summoned you here in part with this in mind. Know, however, that I can proceed only upon the understanding that you are rested and well. Okay, well. Yep, here we go. The Gridanian Envoy. I've written a letter to my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. The Battle of Cartano and the calamity that followed claimed countless souls and left countless more bereft and alone. In the dark days that followed, many were the survivors who thought themselves less fortunate than the dead. 5 years have come and gone, but the land and the people still bear the wounds of the devastation. Nor are we any closer to learning the fate of the Warriors of Light. Oh, we're still wearing the mask. I didn't even realize. Yet so long as we live, never must we give up hope. We owe this to those who laid down their lives that we might behold another dawn. In remembrance of them, a memorial service will soon be held upon the anniversary of the Battle of Cartano. This missive bears the details of that service. You graciously accepted the part of emissary in the recent ceremony. Should you be so willing, I would now make you my envoy, and have you bear my message to our allies. Your dedication to the people of Gridania rouses fond memories in me, and I would choose no other for the role. Will you do me this favor? Humbly, I thank you. As you are no doubt aware, our partners in the Eorzean Alliance lie some considerable distance away. Nor are Ul'dah and Limsa Lominsa close to one another. Yet fear not, for I have no intention of subjecting you, mine own newly anointed envoy, to a journey which would take you weeks by land. I mean, probably take like 30 minutes, but you know. No, I mean for you to travel by air. Receive of me this airship pass. With it, you may make use of the skyways that connect the 3 city-states of the Alliance. The Airship Landing is situated upon the lower floor of the car-line canopy. Simply show your pass, and you will be admitted to the departure area. Before you embark upon your journey, however, you would do well to seek the worldly wisdom of Mion. Few forest-born Gridanians know more of the land beyond the 12's Wood than she. Already been through this. Kind of the same. All the same dialogue, basically. Okay, let's do this. This music makes me want to play Dragon Quest. It just sounds like kind of like a more orchestral version of like the church theme. He's the one from 9. Aetheryte Plaza. This way. Nope. Incorrect. It is actually this way, the way I was facing. You know what? That might be something I do, actually, now that I think about it. So I may do, like, the job quests, which is like, here's all of the ARR quests. Alright, Heavensward done. Here's all the Heavensward ones. Like, just have them. I'll have to prepare for that, but I've got plenty of time. It's good to see you up and about again, Mariana. Tell me, did you pay the Elder Seedseer a visit as I bade? Appointed personal envoy. And now you are to bear the Elder Seedseer's missive to our allies. Well, it seems you've made an impression on the great woman. I can't argue with her judgment, though. You've earned this honor, and with tireless hard work, and anyone who says you don't deserve it had better not do so in my hearing. I find myself praising you often of late, but Mother is truly proud of you. Short of a warrior of light, I can imagine no better adventurer to represent us, and that, my girl, is some compliment. We smiled. It's a first. Strongly suggest... Nah. Allergies are kicking back in. Strongly suggest visiting the 2 other city-states of the Alliance before you go anywhere else. They are, of course, Limsa Lominsa, City of Pirates, and Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert. Alright. Each nation faces a treasure river. Okay, yeah. I think this line is almost verbatim the same. Keep in mind, for those watching the VODs, it is a week between each of these episodes. I'm honestly, I'm gonna pull some D&D out of this. I'm gonna start writing notes on some stuff as it comes up, because that's the kind of, like, my purpose for this playthrough, is I wanted to do New Game Plus to, like, hey, all of this stuff that I don't remember that, you know, is important. Also, I just thought about something. I didn't think about it last time. So, with not, like, basically almost nobody being able to fly via airship, do the airship ticketeers just have, like, the most calm job? Or do you think they gotta deal with, like, a bunch of people trying to board without permission? Or is that, like, another person's job, you think? Oh, we're going to Limsa first. We can't not watch this cutscene. The music's too iconic. I love that everyone involved kind of comes out to see you off. One day, minstrels will sing of your deeds. So, like, again, I feel like Ul'dah's story is a little bit more put together than Gridania's. Like, I feel like it flows better going from place to place. This one, it's more like on a scale of, you know, 1 to 10. Ul'dah is probably like an 8, and Gridania is like a 7.5. different highs and lows and stuff, but... Where am I going? Who do I talk to? Go this way? This way. I didn't see the mark. But honestly, I think the opening bit of this game, like, if you just did the story, I think it's really good. The thing to keep in mind, though, is you have 1, 2, 3, 4 class quests, I think. 4 job quests to do. Because I think there's a level 1 as well. Yeah, there is a level 1. So you gotta do all of those. And apparently there are people that just don't quite get, you have to do them for, like, 1 for gear and 2 to unlock the abilities. Like, each of the abilities that I have is locked behind a quest. I think the only one that is not is, I think, True Thrust. Actually, hold on, no. Not all of them, but... Piercing Talon is... Lance Charge definitely is. So not all of them. Later on, they are. Because they went from some of them in ARR, so I think all of them in Heavensward, to only the level 71 in Stormblood, and then Shadowbringers, none of them were locked behind quests, except for new classes, which follow the same rules as Stormblood. Because doing Reaper, you have to do the class quest to get the level 80 ability. I don't remember what it is, but you gotta do it.
Enter.
I'll see if this dialogue's any different, then I might skip it.
I did not expect the Gridanian envoy to be an adventurer. It speaks highly of your character that the Elder Seedseer would choose an outsider to represent her nation's interests. This way.
Yeah, I think it was only Ida and Papalymo's voices that were, like, really just like, huh.
I am Melvin Blufisvin, Admiral of Limsa Lominsa.
Admiral.
Now, what news from the Black Shroud?
Yeah, we've seen this already. The dialogue is different. Sorry. I don't want to sit through all of it again. Because we do have one that is going to be new. Well, potentially. They could just transpose one little bit of information from one to the other. I think it's like 98% the same. Yeah. I think the voiced cutscene was like the most different. Why is no the default option there? Maybe it's just a universal thing. Alright, well. In the Fragrant Chamber. Do you have a better name for it than that? Oh, fuck, where am I going? I've never left this place. I've only entered. I've literally never, like, left this. I don't think I made it this far on this alt before I skipped. Despite what my level in Lancer tells you. Okay, I do have all of those. Despite what you may think, you get a ton of XP from doing stuff. New adventurer bonus on a preferred world is nothing to sneeze at. I've never seen that Elizon before.
Ah, a guest from Gridania. I thought I smelled leaf mold.
Ooh. Are you saying I stink? Do you want me to show you how I use my spear?
I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Kane says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Ixal. Welcome to the Sultanate of Ul'dah. I am Rauban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames.
It's the only time she appears and then becomes a major character? Hold on. She appears later? What expansion does she show up in?
But you did not come all this way to trade.
This is why I want to play, because I don't remember everyone. Gets her in. Okay. I remember bloody Cartano. You know what happened that day, adventurer, when we took the field against the Guardians? So my counterparts have educated you. She looks familiar. Like, I can't shake that feeling, but for my life, I do not remember. Oh, trust Melvib to make light of our wolf problem. Women always did have a black sense of humor. Wolves are bloodthirsty beasts upon which one cannot turn one's back. 'Tis only a matter of time before they bite. So it was with the Guardians 50 years ago. No sooner had they learned how to use Magitech than they began seizing territory from their neighbors. Led by then legatist Solisos Galvus, they swiftly brought the other nations of Ilsabad to heel. And so the legatist became an emperor, and his republic an empire. An empire which then set its sights upon Eorzea. You can't see it, but I'm doing the thinking emote. Like that pose with the hand. I'm like, I don't remember that name. For my life, I do not remember her name. It would have to be either Stormblight or Endwalker when she appears. That's kind of like the only times the Grand Companies ever really get involved. Really? Hold on. Oh, if it's that, there's no wonder I don't remember it. That whole section is a blur of I want to get the heavens word. For the VOD, I won't tell you what it is, but it's post-ARR. It's patch content. A Realm Reborn. There's a reason I tell everyone, don't skip the story. Like, actually pay attention to this stuff. The conquering emperor is now an old man of 80 winters. His health is failing, and he has no clear successor. Like as not, this is why the Guardians have been quiet of late. But the 14th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within our borders. Their commander, the Legatus Gaius Van Baelsar, has long harbored ambitions of conquest. I just can't believe you literally have no idea who she is if you start in Ul'dah. Right? Like, she never shows up. I don't even know if she's in the background. Like, we saw the two Ellison children that'll show up later, walking in the background of the Gridanian scene in that one part. I don't know if they showed up in the Ul'dah one. If they did, I wasn't paying attention. Because it may not have been obvious. Then we brought the lot of us to our knees, and we've yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals they mean to summon. We are a realm-divided adventurer, an alliance in name only. Not as obvious as that for sure. Yeah, definitely, Gridania was obviously, like, two people walking outside. Like, that was pretty obvious. And it was like, I was looking at some forums and stuff talking about, like, New Game Plus. And, like, you can only do, like, if you start in Ul'dah, you can only do the beginning part of New Game Plus in Ul'dah. Same for Gridania, and the same for Limsa. And I really think that due to some of the things that show up in one and not the other, I should be able to do all of this on one character. Like, even if I had to do, like, a side quest to unlock that, just add, like, a little drop-down menu, like, part 1, where do you want to start? Like, I will speak with her grace myself. As for the Syndicate, we won't talk about them. Okay, yeah, now we're in. My Lady Envoy, I trust your stay in the Sultanate has been pleasant. Now, if you do not mind my asking, do you perchance have plans to visit Limsa Lominsa in the near future? If so, I have information that may be of interest to you. I once accompanied the Flame General on an official visit to the seaside city-state, during which time I became acquainted with Baedoron, the proprietor... Okay, so given that Call of the Sea starts in Limsa, I can't wait to see what they do for Limsa. It's like, do you know the guy who owns the bar? You should talk to him. That's it. I know you're from Limsa, but have you ever visited the only bar they ever talk about? Wait, hold on. Now that I think about it... No, that's... This is probably literally the guy you talk to during your quests. Like... He's in the same room as everyone else, so, like... You would have to be. But there we go, that's Gridania. I think they just go, hey, Baedoron needs something from you. And it's like, that probably is how they do it. I'm trying to think of how I want to deal with the job quests. Because, like... just give me your thoughts about it in Discord and stuff. Because we have, like, obviously we're gonna get the story no matter what. But I could put in extra prep time and get the job gear, which is of, like, a decent eye level for doing those, and doing, like, the final mission of each section. Like, I wouldn't be destroying it. For, like, some classes, you know, like Samurai, I would have to do, you know, the Tombstone gear instead. Because of, like, you start, like, Samurai and Red Mage start at 50. You don't get the job gear until 70. Gunbreaker and Dancer, you start at 60. You don't get those till 80. I think Reaper and Sage have, like, a set of gear at level 80. But I would have to go check the place that gives it to you. Yes, for Samurai and, like, for the class quests that start, like, level 30, 50, etc., they expect you to have tome gear at that class level. Like, there's no way they don't. Having heard, the experience of someone who didn't have tome gear for doing the Gunbreaker level 70 quest. Yeah. Also, having done the Gunbreaker level 70 quest with tome gear, they highly expect you to have it. Though I expect that you could probably get, like, you could probably complete that quest if you had, like, level 68 gear. For, like... Honestly, yeah, you could probably... If you had, like, closely leveled gear, you could probably do it. Because if you're going through the story, as this friend was with Gunbreaker, you hit level 70 in Stormblood, and if you're going to go to the dungeon, you need that level 70 ability. So I believe it's continuation, which is really good. It's also, like highly increases your DPS. By adding, I want to say, 3 separate off-global cooldowns. Samurai's is good, but it's not that important. Like, no. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. At level 70, it's the only one you got. So yeah, that's just a huge, big old move you ever use every 20 minutes. Or not 20 minutes, good god, 2. It's 2 minutes, not 20. My brain is not working. I'm trying to think of, like, what all is that. A 20-minute cooldown. Yeah, it's you know what? You know what feels like a 20-minute cooldown is, like, 1, invulnerability cooldowns. But in, like, treasure map dungeons, you can swap classes in the dungeons themselves. Like, you've gone into the portal and you've gone into the dungeon. You can swap classes in that. However, you have to wait, like, 30 seconds just to use your GCDs for whatever reason if you do that. And I'm like, that feels like 20 minutes. Long story short, if you want to do treasure maps, make sure you're the class you want to be before you enter the portal. But, you know what we could do? Do you guys want to make the character now that we're going to start with in Limsa and, like, watch those opening cutscenes? Do we want to make that? Do we want to make that character now, or wait till next week? Because we'll have extra stuff to do, because we got to do the job quests. We might as well, might save us a bit of time, or we could just have a longer stream next week. Well, it'd probably be better to start the cutscenes next time so it's all together, but no harm in designing the character now. I could pre-design the character if I was on PC, but I can't. I'm on PlayStation. If I make the character, does it start the cutscenes automatically? That's the one thing that I would need to know. Is like, can I just make the character and not start it? God, I love the fat cat minion. It's so adorable. If you hit start, it starts the cutscenes app, but you can save the appearance if you want. Okay, you know what? We can do that. Let's see if there's... Oh, I hit exit game. Whoops. That's gonna log me out. I'm so used to hitting exit game instead of log out, so give me just a second. Alright, here we go. Tales of Lost and Fire and Faith incoming. Perfect. We'll do it on Prime, because that's where I normally play. New character. Load appearance data. So we'll have to save it if I can. So, I'm gonna do Vera. A lady. Because I don't play male characters. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god, it does. I've never noticed this. It shows you starting attributes underneath the description. And they are different. Wow, Dex increases by 3. But it's like, grand scheme of things, these stats don't matter. It makes me wonder why they're different to begin with. Like... Of course, we gotta make it tall. Toll. Yeah. Right. I like that the ears like jiggle every time you like reload the new head. Because if I'm not mistaken, they... No, okay, and it's like, if I remember correctly, the reason they can't do like headgear for Viera is because like they made the ears like take the place of the headgear. I think that's why. Something similar to that. Let's do a softer face. I think we'll do 3. This skin color is where like I go so generic because I almost never change it. I think so. They pulled a rabbit out of the hat. God damn it. Let's change the environment so I can get a better idea. There we go. Perfect. Let's see how it looks like in-game, essentially. I actually really like this one. Let's see how it looks here. This is the in room, so yeah, I like this color. I don't know if it's actually any different, but you know. Alright. Oh, there's the Fran hairstyle. I've already used that one on Mariana, so I'm not going to use it again. Oh, it's the bangs that are on the left. Okay. I might use that one. I might change the face if I do that one. Nah, you know, I'll keep the same. I don't know why it went up. Oh, that's the top of the row. You know what? We'll do this one. Alright. Hold on, here. That looks more brown than anything. Hats. I like the green. I like the green on that. I think the red and the green like works. Like it stands out a little bit. Yeah. Okay. There's like almost no variation between the eye shapes. Alright. I think we'll just go with default for that. Color did we make the eyes? I think it was this. You know what? No, I like the darker one. I try to do stuff different with every character that I make. So I'm trying not to fall into the same, like, traps that I always do. I like the slicked back ears. Oh my god, the short bun ears. That's tempting. That's really tempting. Sure, let's go with it. Barely see any of those. Don't know if I want these or not. I'm gonna say no. Face paints. Do I want any face paint? Face paint you can change in the aesthetician, right? I believe you can. I think the tattoos are what you need the Fantasia for. I think it works with this. Every time I want to, I make it like a color, I'm just like, I don't really want it. Alright. The hardest decision we'll ever make. The voice. You have, like, one emotion. one voice line for that emotion. I can barely hear it. think I like this one. I don't know what that is. Okay, so we'll do that. But I think that's good enough for today. Go ahead and log in. Since I got one thing I do want to do. But I think that's it for today. We can start Limsa next week. I think I'll probably go Arcanist. Try and get something a little different. I don't really play casters a lot. And I know later on, Summoner isn't really much of a caster. It's kind of like this weird mix of caster and other cooldowns you use, but short of starting as a black mage, I can't really do anything about that, and black mage doesn't start in Limsa. But take care, everyone. Have a great night. I don't know what that sound was. And I will see you Saturday for hopefully more Borderlands at 6 p.m. Central Time. Sunday, I might have an opportunity to do something. I might just not use the lack of D&D to have a night to myself. I have no idea. Monday at either 11 a.m. or noon Central Time will be more Okami. And then next week at noon Central Time will be more of this, and we'll start in Limsa. With that out of the way, let's see if there's anyone that is streaming that I could send the people here live to. And you know that other mod friend who started in Limsa? He's playing Horizon Forbidden West, that game that I still haven't played the first one of. So we should go say hi to him. Let's go say hi to Blue Mage Billy, who is also a good bean. Have a good day, everyone.